For those of you who are going through something and are just so fed up with the world, just so tired of existing, I want to talk to you. And I want to share you with my experiences on how I got through those things and more importantly, what I wish I would have done. And how I am now with those things. But let's go back just a little and recap what happened to me. As you all know, my father wasn't the best father. Put me through hell, rigorous torture, beat me, manipulated me, had me and my brothers fought each other. And I was in a constant state of paranoia until the age of 14, where my life took a huge shift. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the details because there's other videos for that. If you want to know more about that, I would say look at the videos of my biggest challenge and Message to Abraham, which both get into different aspects of my father. But during the time that I was 14, my father said he didn't want to be my father anymore. He didn't, it was a bit more brutal, obviously, than what I'm describing, but, he would beat me. He would make sure that I knew that I was the world's biggest abomination. And he even said that. He wanted me to know that I was a disgrace to him and his family. And the life that I live, the person that I am now, is still trying to figure out not only what I did wrong, but how to become not that person anymore. Because I'm living in my own apartment now. I'm living a new life. And the only lessons that I ever learned was the lessons of how to survive my father's wrath, how to avoid him getting pissed off at me. I lived my life under his rule and under his thumb. All my brothers did the smart move. They all tried to live their life and they never stopped. Me, I accepted what I was. Deep down inside, I genuinely believed I was an abomination. Sometimes still today. You'll catch moments of me in my stream where I don't feel deserving of certain things. When most other streamers would just accept it easily. Or if you ever get into a normal conversation with me, you will find out that it's really hard for me to accept certain gifts or kindness or compliments. But from what I can tell you, is that I spent days waking up and hoping that it was all a dream, that I'm still a kid. Because guys, I wake up and I still see a 14-year-old me in my imagination. When I think of myself, I don't think of the man I'm currently am. I don't see myself in a 26-year-old body. I see myself as a kid. I go to a mirror and sometimes I stun myself because I can't see myself as a grown person. And it terrifies me because I see all the time that I lost, all that precious moments, blaming him, blaming myself, instead of living the life that I should have lived. I lived all those moments behind. For my anger, my distrust, my paranoia, I let the world take me. And the world beat me. The world took everything from me. And all I can say is that if I ever had a chance to go back and tell myself, I ask the younger me to just keep fighting. But to be the best person you are. Because honestly, he was never going to love me. And I tried so hard to have that was my only thing I was fighting for. And little by little, it became me. The desperation for my father's love became me. And all of the things that I learned in life were sidetracked for that one thing. And now I'm learning how to remake myself. I'm trying to teach myself lessons I should have listened to back then, instead of just trying to fix a problem that could not be fixed. In your case, in these moments, you gotta ask yourself, guys, where are you gonna be in 5 years if you give up? What's gonna happen to you? Will you even be you anymore? Would you be able to even forgive yourself and come out like unscathed? Of course not. I tortured myself. I spent 5 years in a room doing nothing but playing games, wasting my life away, not even communicating with the world. I existed, only existing, doing nothing else for 5 years. I literally forgot how to write my name. Well, not forgot, but I was terrible. My handwriting got atrocious. Everything about myself doesn't make any sense. I'm constantly looking at the mirror, wondering where that little kid went. And I'm only just living my life as a teenager instead of as a grown person. Yeah, sure, I got an apartment. Yeah, sure, I'm doing adult things, but I'm still a kid inside because I never got the chance to grow up. I never got the chance to live my life because I hated myself. I hated everything about me. I hated that person that I saw in the mirror, and I saw a person that could not fix my father. I could not help him because I thought if I couldn't have my father's love, I was a failure. So that's why I hate myself. But I started to love myself again. I started to fix the pieces, that put them back together. But sometimes, I have bad days where they just fall apart. Back at square one, I keep trying. Because all I have is now. I don't have yesterday. I don't have 5 years ago. I can't tell that kid to grow up. And to not actually grow up, but to tell that kid to be a kid. To be him, to be happy. I can't tell that kid to be a 14-year-old kid. I can't tell that kid to live his life. I can't tell him because I'm here right now. And I look back in those memories and I see how much I failed, how much time I lost. And I had an opportunity. And I pushed all my friends away. I pushed everything that made me happy away. Because the only thing I had faith in was one day he would love me. And while I do forgive him, I screwed myself because I believed in him. I fucked myself over because I thought I could be that guy. I thought I could be the guy that saves the day. I thought I could be the hero of my story. But in reality, I was trying to be the hero of his story because I wasn't living my life. I was a side character. So, for those of you who are ready to exist, who are ready to do what I did for 5 years of doing nothing but hiding from a world because it's so scary, I want you to think on one thing. Where are you going to be in 5 years from now? And could you forgive all that time wasted because you wanted to be alone, because you're afraid, because it was easy to just give up, because you just hate yourself? There's nobody in this world that can love you enough for you to love yourself, because that's all you have. And the more you love yourself, the more people will respect you. The more people will see what an amazing figure you are. Sure, you're not going to always get it right. Sure, you're not perfect. But it's the effort, it's the passion that gives people that light. People are attracted to light. But sometimes if all you show is darkness and you only want to give up, people are afraid of losing friends. And if you give them a reason to run out on you and just keep showing them darkness, you will end up alone. You lose all the things that were important to you because you drowned yourself in this misery when you had a chance to save that side of you. But here's the good thing, and here is a good thing you have today. There's always a chance, but you only have a small life. Live it the best way you can, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. You may die tomorrow. You may possibly live to see your 80s or 100 years, but you never know. The world is so random, and I think that's what I fail to grasp the beauty of. Tomorrow that we can shape. You may even be that person to change things about this world. You can be the next hero, but you have to take control of your life. You gotta love yourself enough so that other people can love you. People can't make you love yourself. No matter how many friends you have, no matter how important they try to make you feel. If your heart doesn't love you, then they can't change that about you. They're only there to support you, but you are the main goal behind your actions. Don't waste it tomorrow. Don't waste it today. You got this. Don't be the next me. Don't take that step that I did. Because I believe in you. I believe in every person who is listening to this video. You want to know why? Because you stayed this long. You listened to me this long. That right there is an accomplishment. That is a moment of clarity where you're taking some sort of information. I don't know if you are listening to care, but that right there is already some form of initiative. Live your life. Be who you want to be. And don't let people bring you down. Don't let this world take you like it took me. And it spat me out with no knowledge. It's not too late for me, but I lost a lot of time. You guys still have time. way more time than I do. If you are to be as young as 13, as 15, hell, you can even be 18 and I still consider you a kid. You have a lot of time in your hands. Don't waste it. I love you guys and stay awesome.